investigating?
Investigate. I am looking for my work. I am an inspector, and I investigate
Okay.
for guilty.
Guilty.
Yeah,
So
and
who are you in?
not guilty. I think there is a wrong things, especially I I I am looking for guilty who is earning very easily.
You're looking for guilty people
Yeah, guilty people.
who are earning money very easily?
I think not they don't earn legally.
Ah.
They earn illegally.
So do you work for like the tax department in the government?
Social security, health insurance, health
Okay.
insurance. Yeah. And last last days, I have looked for Canadian Social Security Department. I think this is name PPC. I think it's like I think PPC pension.
PC.
PPC. Do you know PPC department in Canada?
I'm not sure.
Pension department.
Pension protection something. I don't know.
Canada pension plan.
CPP.
Canada pension plan. CPP. Yeah. CPP.
Okay.
CPP. I have looking this net address.
Okay. So why were you looking at Canada?
Uh, I told you I have a student in master program in Ankara, and I am looking for my thesis project name
Right.
and region. Do you know regional minimum wage? And
Yeah.
Canada implement this this
The system. Yeah.
this policy,
Yeah.
and I have read Canadian ambassador in Turkey. I have connected with them, and I have offered them to looking for this policy, and I wanted them to help me for how do you implement this policy.
Okay. Very good. So you're looking at Canada and at Japan too.
Yeah,
And Germany, did you say?
yeah, Germany. It have done this policy. Have got this policy.
Okay. And you think it would be good for Turkey?
Yeah, I think.
Okay,
I think.
good. And tell me
But
about the person you were investigating today.
yeah, I have met with 15 people, and I have asked them to their insurance, health insurance, and I asked them that did you have been a university hospital, because your in records you must have been for healed this place.
Right. So you investigated 15 people today? 15 different
Yeah,
people?
yeah.
Wow. Very, very busy, Hershey.
Yeah, I am very busy, and it continue next day, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It will be same for me.
I see. Yeah, our government, the tax department, when they think somebody is making lots of money and not telling them about it like this, not declaring it in your taxes, then you get audited. That's the word audit. It sounds like what you're doing, auditing. And yeah, one time when I was very little, my father got audited by the government because um, he would he would build houses. That was his job. But sometimes they would pay him in cash, just cash money, and he wouldn't tell the government about this. So they were auditing him. And I remember these days he was telling us like, "Oh, take all your video games and take your bicycles and hide them in this place." And we had to hide everything from the inspector, so it looked like we didn't have as much money as we had. That was kind of funny. My
I
father was
love
always
yeah, I love my job, but it is very a toll, and it is very force because when you do something about investigation, you always you always you always do bet a person or a people.
right. You don't like to be the bad guy, right?
And I know that our culture people don't uh, like a man who
Right.
investigate them.
Yeah, of course. Exactly. You have to be the bad guy. I know. When I teach English to adults, I think it's good, you know, if you don't like me, you know, you don't come to my class, right? You guys are here because you want to be here and you want to learn English. But when I teach little kids, their mom and their dad says, "Oh, you have to go to class," so they don't want to be there, and I have to make them study, and now I have to be the bad guy again too with them. I don't like it very much. Maybe it's not the same as you, but I think it's a little bit the same. I always have to be punishing the kids, and
Yeah.
I can't be their friend all the time. Okay, Mehmet and Yildiray, welcome, guys.
Hi.
Hi, how are
Hi.
you today,
Good.
Mehmet? Yildiray? Okay,
I'm good, Yuri.
you're good?
Yes, I'm good. How about you, Yuri?
Oh, I'm doing good. Thank you. Thank you, Yildiray. I just moved into a new house in Taiwan, so that's nice.
Yeah, I
And,
hope that's a better one
yeah, it's
for
nice.
you.
I don't have a roommate anymore.
Oh,
Oh, except Usuke. Yeah, yeah. No, this one's much nicer than the other one. We're very happy about it. That's most of my news, and it's hot here now. It's hot in Taiwan, maybe 30 degrees. So Mehmet, how are you? How was your weekend?
I'm fine, Jory. My weekend was nice actually. Uh, when there was no much thing in Saturday, but we were out in Sunday, so it's like it was very windy.
Mhm.
Yeah, but the weather was nice, so being with friends was good.
Oh, nice. Very good. And Yildiray, how was your weekend?
The weather was rainy in Ankara, so we have to sit at the house. Only I rest on laundry.
Oh, nice. Nice, relaxing weekend, right? Just stay at home and relax. It's nice. Hassan, how are you? Nice to see you, Hassan.
I am fine. Fine.
Very good. How was your weekend? What did you do?
Fine. Fine too.
It was fine. Okay.
Fine.
I remember last Wednesday, Hassan, you came to class for maybe 2 minutes, and I checked your name down on the attendance. I said, okay, Hassan is here. And then you left. You were gone.
Yeah. I was working. A lot of. I was working.
You were working. Okay. No problem. It was nice to see you, even if it's only for 1 minute. That's okay. Okay. Our topic we're talking about now, Hassan, is the environment a little bit. So I will jump back into that, I think. I'll start with Hurshit. What do you think about global warming? We talked about it a little bit last class. Do you think it's real? And do you think that this is a big problem that we need to be worried about?
Actually, when Donald Trump said something about global warming, I know that global warming is a real thing, and I have also agree with that global warming is there are a global warming in world, but I am false with Donald Trump's sentence. Maybe it cannot be, it couldn't be a real thing. But in the news, we always listen and watch about that. The ice always melt, and I think there is in the north there is a force about a melting of ice.
Right.
I think my thinking is okay.
Okay. Do you think that global warming will be a very big problem in the future? Like maybe now it's a small problem, but it will be a big problem later?
I have always read about global warming, and there is a global warming in the world, especially in the news. It is said to us, but and I have noticed that in the world the climate is changing partly, and I have also noticed that in Turkey the season of climate is changing, and I think it is caused to by global warming. And
Okay.
I agree, but it couldn't be it couldn't be causing of global warming. Maybe another thing is caused these things, I think.
Or you think maybe it's not global warming?
And not really, but I am very skeptical about these
Skeptical.
things. Yes, skeptical. I am very
Okay.
skeptical about these things.
Okay, good. Thank you.
I don't actually I don't really rely on these things.
Okay. Do you think
Maybe the people who live in the world is managed by these things.
okay. Do you think maybe the scientists they don't know enough information?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's correctly this.
Okay. Yildiray, what do you think? Do you think global warming is real?
I think global warming is real and bad for nature. And the Earth heats is sea rising and causing a set of changes Earth climate. And it causes sea levels are rising or glaciers are melting. Maybe also different type of animals extinct for global warming, I think.
Okay, very good. That's a good point. Yeah. They say that if the temperature of the ocean raises by 2 degrees, the coral reefs will go extinct. All the coral plants will die under the water. Only 2 degrees Celsius. Yeah. So Yildiray, when do you think it will be a big problem? Global warming could be a big problem in 5 years or 10 years or 100 years. What do you think?
Maybe 100 years in one. So we will see their bad effects in the future. But now, so the human the affects nature day by day. We will see in the future.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Yildiray. Good. Hassan, what do you think? You think global warming is real?
I think global warming is real because there are a lot of flooding in the world. I suppose global warming is real.
Okay. And you think it will be a big problem in the future? Or maybe it will become okay?
Uh, I don't understand you.
Global warming, it will be a big problem for the world in the future? In 5 years, in 10 years, in 100 years?
100 years.
100 years. Okay. So you think the government, we should spend more money on global warming now? You think we should try more to stop it now so it's not a problem in the future?
Maybe more money is not will not solution this subject. Maybe people can think about it, how it is stopped.
Okay, good. Thank you, Hassan. Mehmet, what's your opinion? What do you think?
Actually, it's not something I'm very I have I have knowledge about too many. But as far as I know, first of all, if science says there is global warming, so yes, there is global warming because there's science here. No, there is nothing like it can be or not when science is involved. So
Yeah.
As far as I know, greenhouse gases. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Greenhouse gases. Yeah, greenhouse gases is a very common cause of the exhaust, car exhaust, for example, carbon dioxide emission in cars. So it's one. As far as I know, one of the main reasons of the global warming also, because there are billions of cars in the world. So it must be a big threat. It must be a big threat unless we take precautions for the environmental sensitivities are if we do not if the governments states do not take precautions about environmental issues, so it's gonna be a big problem. I don't know how many years later, but it's gonna be a big problem. But as far as I know, it's not the 5 years issue or 10 years issue, maybe 50 years issue, maybe. But I'm not saying that because I know very well.
Yeah, of course. And you guys don't have to. In this course, I like it if you guys fight, actually. Be nasty. You can argue with the other students, even if you don't think it's true. And yeah. Very good, Mehmet. But, you know, just because science says global warming is true, we still have to think about, you know, the other side. Like Donald Trump says that it's not true. So who's more right? I don't know. I think science. I'm joking. Good. Does anyone know what the Kyoto Accord is? Kyoto Accord.
Yeah, Kyoto Agreement.
Hurshit? Oh, you know about this?
Yeah, when I was a student in university, in a lesson, we learned about and we talked about Kyoto.
Okay, good. Did Turkey sign the Kyoto Accord, the
Yeah,
Kyoto Agreement?
I think and I guess Turkey has seen these assignments.
Okay. Do you know what it said? What the Kyoto Accord was? Can you tell us?
I think emission of carbon minimal. Kyoto force country to decrease their carbon air emission, I think.
Good. And what happens if you don't do it?
I think there are a controller man in Kyoto, and I think these people are this system is uh, check countries weather condition and I think they find things about number and if the country increase their number, Kyoto assignment have to be done about taxing this country, I think.
Yeah. Okay, good. Does anyone else know anything about Kyoto? No? Okay.
I know, but not much actually. I had heard about it. Even I had heard about even in United States was not did not sign Kyoto Protocol for some time, as far as I know. And I don't know if United States signed, but as far as I know, the United States also signed. The I have no many things that I know about Kyoto Protocol, but I had such a I remember I'm thinking I thought the developing countries did not sign that protocol
Yeah.
because they have to move faster than the ones than the developed countries. So they did not sign until they came to a point that they couldn't miss. I had
Yeah.
interpret things this protocol like that.
Yeah, the way I remember this is that the more developed countries, if they did not reduce their emissions, like the per person amount of carbon you're putting, if they didn't bring it down enough, they had to pay money to developing countries that don't have so many cars and don't have so many factories and aren't making so many emissions. So if you don't bring your emissions down, you have to pay the countries that are developing like that. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna throw one more thing that I just thought of out here. We have an expression, a saying in English. We do not inherit the world from our parents. We borrow it from our children. We do not inherit the world from our parents. We borrow it from our children. Okay. So first of all, can someone tell me what inherit means? Inheritance. How about Birol, welcome. Do you know what the word inherit means?
Inherent. Inherent. I know, but I can't explain now. Inherent.
Inherit.
Inherent. To something down people. To
It goes-
give some people down people children. To give something children, something like that.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Does anyone want to help Birol a little bit? Hassan? No.
No.
Mehmet?
All I can say is when you inherit, you don't inherit. When you inherit your property to your you have some belongings or property or anything that owned by you, and when you die, it is inherited by your by the ones that you assigned.
Good. Yeah, that's right. Whatever property you have, you give it to your children. Often, when you die, sometimes I think before you die, you can still give it down through your family. That's inherit. Things you're getting from your parents. It's going down and down. So, what does this expression mean? We do not inherit the world from our parents. We borrow it from our children. Does anyone want to try and explain this? Anyone want to take a guess?
I can try.
Okay.
World is evolving with its pros and cons without your control. So it can even stop. The all lives can stop, or even it can get better. It's so it. There is no guarantee that our children will be able to see the world because of the a lot of parameters in the world. So if we don't look after the world as we should, so our children may not see it as we do.
Good. Good. That was good. Does anyone else want to try or want to add to what Mehmet said? Any other opinions about this?
Yeah, I can say something, I think.
Okay.
People who born in the world, I think, live very small, I think, and I think we have got a child, and but we don't save money for them, and I think we should live our times, I think, correctly and very happily, and one day we did in the world, and maybe we can give up our children to something, but I don't agree with people always work for children or for their ancestor, I think.
Okay, good, good. Thank you, Hurshit. Does anyone else want to tell me what this means or have any comments? No? Okay. I will explain it. You guys brought up some good points. What it means is, what do I have here? Okay, this. So this is mine. Let's say, okay, I own this. This is mine. And when I get very old, I will give this to my kids. Okay, today this is mine. Or maybe my car. Say I have a car outside. Today this is my car. I can do anything I want with my car because I have this car. If my car is still good, when I give it to my kids, then they have a good car. If it's not, they have a bad car. But right now it's my car. I don't have to worry about them. I can do what I want with the car. Okay, that's the first one. They get what I give them. I hand it down. But if I think about it like this car is already my kids. They own this car because it will be theirs when I'm old. Right now, I need to be very careful with this car. I need to make sure this car is still good when I give it back to them. Okay, it's you borrow it. Like I take, I say, Mehmet, can I use your car? I need to be very careful with Mehmet's car because that's not my car. I can't do anything I want with that car. I'm borrowing it. So yeah, this is saying we need to be very careful with the earth because we shouldn't think it's our earth right now. We shouldn't think this is our world. We should think this world is already for our kids. We're just borrowing it right now. We need to keep it good for them. That's what this expression means. So it's about what we're talking about. It's about the environment. It's about keeping the whole world clean and healthy and safe and giving a good world to our kids because it's already their world. We're just holding it for now. That's the meaning of the expression. Good. Good job for you guys. Thank you for your input on that. Okay, let me ask, how about Yildiray? Yildiray, what are the biggest sources of energy in Turkey? Where do you get the most power from?
We use hydroelectric power in Turkey, and we produce electricity from natural gas. The first one. I think other natural renewable energy source, for example, solar energy. The biggest solar energy setup in Konya. I remember last month. I know. I remember on.
Okay. Good. Do you think renewable energy is like 10% or 20%?
I think 10%. I remember.
10%.
The biggest natural gas.
Right.
50%.
Very good. Okay. 10% is quite good, I think. That's not bad for a country. That's good.
And the governments work on rise to nature of renewable energy for 5 years, I think.
Okay, good. Thank you, Yildiray. Awesome. Okay, Birol, do you think that the government should spend more money to make more renewable energy? in Turkey? Do you think this is a good use of the money? Because if we spend money on this, we have to take it from somewhere else. We can't.
Of course, for environment, renewable sources is very important. Encouragement must be done to the company who produce energy. It's important, renewable energy, than fossil energy.
Okay, so you think we should be putting our government money to that,
Of
right?
course. Yes,
Okay.
of course.
Okay, what kind of renewable energy do you think? Solar power or wind power?
I think solar energy is more efficient because is minimal for solar energy. First, expenditure is high, but then cost after produce solar energy system cost is minimal. Solar energy is very cheap to produce energy, solar energy, and after that wind energy, so on.
Okay, great. So more solar energy.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's smart for Turkey. In Canada, it's not, solar energy is not so good. We don't get enough sunlight. And
Yes.
in the winter in Canada, I would walk to school in the morning and it's dark, like nighttime. And I would finish school at, 4 o'clock, 3:30, and it's already nighttime again. It's already dark again. You don't even get to see the sunlight all day.
Yes.
So sad. Okay, Hershit, what do you think? Do you agree with Biro?
Actually, I agree with Birol thinking. And
100%?
I always be inside of such a this energy.
Good. Yeah. It seems like Biro knows a lot about this. He knows which one is gonna cost less money to keep it running, and I think nobody can argue with Biro. He seems to know his information very well. Okay. So, do you think that see, we could use our money in the government to protect the environment, or we could use our money to try and help people's standard of living. Make my life better somehow. Spend it on people. So, Hershit, do you think there's a way we can do both?
I think we should do both of them. And truly, I think truly it should be same time both of make a life for these people, and we should protect in that same time we should protect the environment.
Okay. What do you think is more important? To protect the environment or to protect the economy?
I am always side of environment.
Environment. Okay.
Yeah, I think this is and nature is more important, more and more important.
Very good.
When we talk in economical after a year, we will do it better for economically. But if the nature is worse, maybe we couldn't do anything for the next time.
Okay. Very good.
Yeah.
Because I think Donald Trump said that it's most important to protect the economy, and he wanted to get rid of the government protecting the environment. He said, "We will protect the economy and put our money in that now, and then after we will try and protect the environment, what's left." Yeah, he was saying this the other day on TV. Okay, Hassan, what do you think? Do you think it's important to spend money now on renewable energy?
Renewable energy is important for environment. Our government encouraged more renewable energy of full energy, used energy.
Is it more important?
Both of them are important, but environment is more important.
More important. Okay, thank you, Hassan. Mehmet, do you agree?
With whom?
Hurshit and Hassan. I think we've mostly had agreement from everyone.
Jory, actually, it's a big issue because it sounds like a good music to ears that yeah, we environment is more important and economy is the second one. Yeah, that's nice, like a good music to listen, but actually I think reality is not exactly like that, because here in Turkey, the last 50 for the last 50 years, there have been lots of governments. Even some governments spent only 3 months, 2 months, some 6 months, not 4 year without government changing was a luxury for Turkey because of economy.
Right.
So here, when there is no stability, there's no stability, no economic growth, so the government is gone. No people just wants that government again when things don't get the way it should. So of course, when it's nice that we can now talk about environment. I want both the government to support the renewable energy, also do other things to develop that make the people richer, wealthier. So it must go along, not. But if there's a, I think there's a pyramid. Am I right? What pyramid? I don't know. But if you don't stop if you can't feed the people, so there's no architecture, there's no art, there is no environment. These are luxury. First economy, then the other ones. Unfortunately.
Okay, very good, Mehmet. Awesome. Does anyone disagree with Mehmet? Does anyone want to fight Mehmet? I think Mehmet did a good job. All right, yeah, exactly. If people don't have food to eat, nobody's going to care about the environment anymore. Exactly. Do you think, let's talk about a more okay situation, right? Not so extreme. Do you think that we can improve the environment and improve the standard of living? Make people have a better life and make the environment better at one time. In one way, we can do both. How about Mehmet? Do you think that we can do that? Or are they always going to be fighting? We always have to choose one or the other one.
Actually, I don't have a formula about it. I don't know, Jory, but there must be a formula for that, because now the governments can do that both. If the economy is not that bad, they can do both. Actually, there are now, as you mentioned, protocols like Kyoto protocols or some agreements about it. So even Volkswagen suitcase was can show that there's no room for environmental issues from now on. So I don't know, but if you but I don't. I understand your question, and I don't know how it can be. If there's
Okay.
only one, or they can be both.
Yeah, I mean, I do one thing and I get two effects. I make people's
Okay.
life better and I make the environment better. Does anyone think I can do this? Maybe any ideas? How about Biro?
I think we first think about the environment. Of course, economy is also important, but if we are healthy, then we can live in comfortable life. If we damage environment while we doing economical events, maybe we are now healthy, but our children, we must think about our children. How will live? How environment will they live? If they be healthy, or they have a bad situation as environment? We also think about it, but some country careful about environment, some country don't careful. This is not equal situation. An organization must be built over the country, environment organization. He have to have stick rules all of the world. So it can be save everyone like that, because now say our friend, some company be careful about environment. He developed his economy without careless of environment. Some of them don't. It's not just. It's not equal thing. I mean.
Good, yeah, exactly. I think Bureau was talking exactly about the only one I can think of too. If the environment is better, there's less pollution, then people are going to be healthy. You're not going to be sick. And if you're not sick, your life is better. So we can get two problems at the same time a little bit, I think. The environment is better, there's less pollution. We're not going to be sick. People are going to be more healthy. You're more healthy, your life is better. Your life is bad if you're not healthy, right? Awesome,
And
good.
I think it should be said. It should be said. And this is, I think, when we study in economic at university, there is a theory in economic lesson, and it is said always us. This is the wealthy is coming from natural source. And when you product or manufacture about something, and you always benefit from natural source. And I think the natural condition or environment always more important for me, because the wealthy I think is from sources.
Awesome. Very good. Thank you, Hurshid. Great point. Exactly. Does anyone else have any comments about this? Okay. Why don't we just take a quick look at the conversation for a couple minutes here, and then we'll take our break. Today, I think we're doing ticket on the train.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And I think this could tie into our environmental discussion too, because trains can be a form of public transportation, which is helpful for the environment. So there we go. We're on topic a little bit. Okay, so ticket on the train. Kristen's back. So how about Biro, you can be Joe and you can start for us. And Yildira, you can be Kristen.
So, how is your day going?
It would have started off better. Actually, I feel like I woke up on the wrong side of that.
Why? What happened?
Well, things were going okay. I mean, I had gone in the emails done. I had gotten all the dishes done, took a shower, got ready to go. But as usual, I was running against the clock, trying to get down and catch the train on time.
Yeah.
So I got on train. I go in the back like I usually do because I have a pass. Down, we go on stop. We are actually coming up the 18th, just the next stop, and I see the truth checkers, and for lack of a better word.
Oh, yeah. I know who you are talking about.
People who are always checking for pass.
Good. Let's stop there for a second. Okay, so Joe starts. So how's your day going? So what do you think? We have two different families of questions, like I was saying in English. We have the how are you questions and the what's up type question. What's new? What's up? So how about this one? How's your day going? Is this a how are you type? You could say, yeah, good, or a what's up type. Nothing much. What do you think? How about Hurshit?
I don't know. I don't differentiate between the sentence. I don't know.
What do you think is the right answer? Good or nothing?
I don't know.
Don't know? Okay, who wants? How about Birol?
I think I was your day going. What is their day going? Means, how are you?
Yeah, good. I would say how are you too. It's a little bit tricky actually, because the answer is like my day is good. Today is good for me. So, but yeah, I would say it's more like how are you? How is this day? Is this a good day or is this a bad day? Good. Yeah. So the correct answer is good. Good. Or actually, in this case, it's bad. For Joe. For Kristen. Sorry. And Kristen says, "Oh, it could have started off better." So this, it could have been better means it was not so good. There was room for improvement. It was not as good as I would have liked, so it was bad. So yeah, again, this is one of these things where we have better, it sounds good, but could have been better means it was bad. So it kind of flips around. The words are tricky. Actually, I feel like I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. What does this mean? I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Who wants to try this? How about Mehmet?
Actually, that phrase is the same in Turkish language.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It means doesn't feel like being not in the good mood, not in the good mood.
Good. Yeah, exactly. You're in a bad mood, and like your day was just bad as soon as you get out of bed.
Yeah.
The first you got out of bed wrong. You did the wrong thing to get out of bed, so already your day is bad. Exactly. Good. Thank you, Mehmet. Joe says, why? What happened? Kristen says, well, things were going okay. I mean, I'd gotten the emails done. I don't know why she said I'd gotten the emails done. I sent my emails. I'd gotten all the dishes done. What does this mean, Yildir? I'd gotten the dishes done.
Washing the dishes.
Washing the dishes. Okay, maybe that was easy. Yeah. She cleaned all the cups and plates and everything. Exactly. Took a shower, got ready to go. As usual, I was running against the clock. Hassan, what do you think this means? Running against the clock.
Hurry.
Good. Yeah. Exactly. I would say so. I'm fighting the clock. I don't have enough time. I'm in a hurry. Exactly. The clock is my enemy. The time is my enemy. Good job, Hassan. Awesome. Trying to get down and catch the train on time. So trying to get to the station and get to the train before it leaves. Catch the train on time. Yeah. We use catch, the verb catch. Like Harshit throws the ball, I catch the ball. I think we know that. But if I catch my train, that means I'm on the train before it leaves. The opposite of catch the train is miss the train. I tried to get to I want the 5 o'clock train, but when I get to the station, it's too late. The train is gone. I'm too slow. So yeah, catch the train, I get it, and miss the train, I don't get it. On time, Joe says, yeah. Kristen says, so I got on the train. I go in the back like I usually do because I have a pass. What does this mean? She has a pass. What do you think, Harshit?
I think she want to visit their parent. I think
She has a pass.
she want to visit their parents.
What is a pass? P-A-S-S.
Is last time.
Less
Last
time?
time. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, pass the time. That's not what it means here, though.
I think this is a period of her life in the
No.
past.
No. It's not P-A-S-T, past.
Okay,
P-A-S-S.
I am wrong. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem. Biro, what is this here? A pass?
I think it is ticket, but not exactly ticket. Monthly
Yeah.
or weekly cards, something like that. I think.
Exactly. I have this one. In Taiwan, it's called iPass. I think in Ankara, it's called Ego or Ego? Ego?
Yeah.
Ego.
Ego in Ankara, yeah. Yeah. So she has one of these for the train. So she sits down. We go one stop. We're actually coming up to 18th. So what is 18th here? We're coming up to 18th. Yildiray, what is 18th?
Seat number, maybe.
Street number, yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Either 18th Street or 18th Avenue. Exactly. You know, just the next stop, and I see the ticket checkers, for lack of a better word. Okay, Yildiray, what does this mean, ticket checkers?
I think ticket checkers, a person who check the tickets and make sure that you paid for right train.
Good, yeah,
Okay.
exactly. I think some of these places, you can get on the train, you can just walk on the train, and I don't know, here and like Ankara too, you need to scan your card to get into the station, right? But in some places you can just walk on the train, and you're supposed to buy a ticket from the machine. So these guys will go around sometimes. Like you could ride the train 6 times and you're okay, you know? You ride for free, you don't pay. But then number 7, these guys come and you have to pay more money than if you paid every time. In Canada, it's like that, actually. It's kind of silly, but so these guys are checking that everybody has a ticket. Okay, and why does Kristen say for lack of a better word? What is the meaning of this? After ticket checkers, for lack of a better word. Why does Kristen say this? I think, Mehmet, do you want to give this one a shot?
I can give a shot.
Okay.
I think she's pissed off with that ticket checker. So she wants to call him a worse name. I don't know, but she still says ticket checker.
Ah, okay, that's good. That's good.
But
She wants to call him something mean. That's a good guess. I really like that answer. Actually, it's not quite right. At least not in my opinion. It's almost it's a nice way to look at that. I think. Does anyone else want to take a guess? No. Okay. This one is really tricky. The name of these people, like this job. You know, jobs have different names in English. Someone who works with wood, that's a carpenter. The people at the hospital, those are doctors and nurses. Like every job has a name, and some jobs like Hurshits, you know, maybe you have a very specific name. You know, you're social liaison manager of the. Maybe there's like five different words in a job like this. So these people, you know, they're probably called transit officers, or their name is something like this for this job. The people who check the tickets. But Kristen doesn't know the name of this job. I don't know too. I'm just guessing. So she says, because I don't know the real name, let's say this. This is what they do. This sounds like a good name for them. Let's call them ticket checkers. Because I'm missing the better word. I'm missing the correct words. So we'll use these words. Yeah. So that's what it means there. As much as I like Mehmet's answer, I think this is what Kristen is saying. Good. And then Joe says, oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about. So yeah, he had to say, I know which people these are when you say that. Like, yes, you didn't use the right word, but I understand the words you picked. So that's why Joe says this afterwards, because Kristen is saying, I didn't know the right words, so I'm saying this. And Joe is saying, I understand the words you picked. Okay. I think that's where we stopped. So why don't we take our break at this point? Take 10 minutes, you guys, and we'll come back and finish it up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Can I ask just one question?
For sure.
Why does Kristen says I gotten all the dishes done? It's past perfect, right?
Yeah, I had gotten all the dishes done. Yeah.
Why past perfect is being used here?
It's strange. Like we normally wouldn't say it this way. You know, it's a little bit strange.
I got all the dishes done is.
I would just say I sent my emails, I finished the dishes, I took a shower, I got ready to go.
Okay.
But as usual, I was blah, blah, blah. But see, these are all kind of, I guess what we need to think about is in Kristen's head, she's thinking, my story is about being on the train. So these are all actions that are finished before the important time, before the time of the story. So
Okay.
it's kind of like this in her head. This is stuff before, so that's when we would use the past perfect. But it's really not necessary, and it's not normal. Like
Okay.
I would say it much more simply. But when you're speaking rapidly in conversation, sometimes you don't say things exactly perfectly. What we're looking at here is how natives will speak, and it's not always completely perfect, like how you should learn to speak. We make mistakes too, and this is a time when that's really not necessary to use it that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Good question. Thanks, Mehmet. Okay, guys. So let's take 10 minutes then.
Okay.
Okay.
See you after the break.
See you.
Hershit's back.
Yeah, I am back.
Very good. Most punctual student.
I
By
am very
far.
ambitious. I am very ambitious student, but the English, I think my English will be good for next time. But for my jobs, I am very busy, and I don't study very much about it.
Yeah.
But I will do it. I will do it.
You're gonna focus more on your job.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Well, you're very good student in my class. Always on time. Always the first one.
Yeah. For your saying, I am very honored.
Oh,
Thanks so.
well, no problem. It's true. You're always the first one here.
Yeah. Yeah. It's true.
And Birol, how are you
Uh,
today?
Ru-
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I am well. Of course, I am a little bit tired because of today's Monday. As all people, I have Monday stress.
Monday, yeah.
Syndrome.
Monday stress.
Yeah, Monday's no good. But I'm lucky.
Yeah.
I don't work on Tuesday at all.
Yes.
I work about 32 hours teaching for 32 hours in 1 week, but I don't work on Tuesday, so
Mm.
every other day is very long, but Tuesday I don't work.
Yes.
And Birol, how was your weekend? Did you have a nice weekend?
Yes. The weekend was nice. We went to countryside. I have one children, 6 years old son, and we have I don't know kid. Sorry. I think kite. I don't remember the name kite. I mean, there is wind. There is
On the water?
no. Uçurtma neydi ya? Uçurtma.
You just mean flying a kite?
Yes, kite.
Oh yeah, the verb, it's you just say flying a kite.
Flying a kite for our children, and it was nice, fresh air, green. It was good weekend.
Oh, that's so nice. I haven't flown a kite in so many years. That's so nice.
Yes.
Very good. So the weather was good.
Yes, weather was good and windy. It was suitable to kite.
Very good. Nice. Awesome. Okay. What do we got? 3 out of 5. Let's just have a little chat while the other two come back for a second. How about Birol? I'll start with you. What will happen when we run out of oil? What do you think? Or perhaps, let's say, how long do you think before we run out of oil? And what will happen?
I don't know. People say have said about 40, 50 years later, oil will finished. And until after this time, I think electricity will be more important. Also, hydrogen will be used for power source. Futurist says.
Okay.
Futurist says. Alternative source of oil can be produced until this time, I think.
But do you think it will
No
be
problem.
a difficult time for the world because it's getting so close now, and
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. It will be difficult. People knows oil will be finished about 50 years later, and I don't think so. I don't think there will be problem. I don't think so.
Okay. Mehmet, do you agree with Birol?
Actually, yeah. I think we have already some countries that not dependent oil 100%. Some countries already began investing some energies that other than for hybrid cars, for example, there are, as far as I know, even in Canada, for example, there are lots of hybrid car stations to charge the cars, for example. So I believe if gradually we will be lacking to oil, but also gradually we will be evolving ourselves into that state. So when we reach that point, I don't think there's that much such a disaster we will be facing. I don't think so.
No? Okay. And Hershit, do you agree with those two?
I think the technology is getting better day and day, and if we know that about newspaper, or the other things, one day the oil will finished in the world, but the other energy source always is found a country or a people, and these things always developing in the world, and especially in the car now we use oil, but nowadays we know that the electricity car have done, and in the world some people now is not is sorry people use electricity car, and in Turkey we know that it is doing, and I think this is not problem in the next future time. Because other sources or other things will funded somebody or some country.
Okay, very good.
Um,
See you guys.
I am in thinking to that some countries depends on their economy for oil revenue and oil earning. Maybe these countries will be forced in the next future time. For example, Saudi Arabia, its economy always depends on oil earning, but their natural sources not good for their place condition, and I think these countries will not be good for future, especially economically.
Good. Yeah, exactly. I find it's interesting because what I think is for many years the oil companies have been stopping projects with renewable energy. They've been fighting solar cars. They've been fighting different forms of energy that would take money from them. And I feel like things, there's a little bit now. We have some cars that are running on electric power and other power sources. And we have, a little bit of renewable resources that aren't burning fossil fuels. But I feel like it's been kept so small that it's going to be hard for the world to change when they need to. We're going to need to make, solar powered or electric airplanes up in the sky all of a sudden, and big boats and big trucks and factories that can run without fossil fuels. And I feel like there's so much stuff that needs to be done. And like Birol was saying, it's only 40 or 50 years. These are the numbers I've heard too. To me, it sounds like it's going to be difficult, but I guess I'm the only one thinking this. So that was my opinion. Any comments on that? No. Oh, okay. Why don't we get back into the conversation then? Who did I have reading? I had Birol and Yildiray read, I think. So, Mehmet, why don't you be Kristen, and Hurshit, you can be Joe. And we'll keep going.
Yeah, I am starting. Right.
They are on, and I talked. Okay, great. Yeah, I've got my pass on me. So one of them comes up to me asking to see my pass. I start looking in my bag for the place that I always keep it, and it's not there.
Oh, are you serious?
So yeah, I'm looking, thinking, oh, where is it? Then suddenly, and this is after I start checking my pants and just racking my brain, trying to think of where my pass could be. Then suddenly it dawned on me that I had left it in the pocket of a pair of pants that I'd worn 2 days before to work.
Oh, and they were still at home? I am sure.
Yes, they were still at home. So I start explaining this to the woman, and she whips her clipboard out, and I'm like, I just got on. And she's like, oh, right here? Because, we've just gotten to 18th Street. And I was like, no. I got on just one stop back at 20th, but I always have my pass on me, and that's why I got on the back. I've got money. I can go up and pay right now. And she's like, oh, just hold on a second. And she starts writing.
Let me guess. I am gonna go out on a limb here and say that she still gave you the ticket.
Good. Let's stop there. Okay. Joe says, right. Kristen says, they're on. And I thought, okay, great. Yeah. I've got my pass on me. What does this mean, on me? Harshit?
You know, I think with their body, I think.
Perfect. Yeah, it's on me. I have it right now with me at this place at this time. Exactly. And then she says, so one of them comes up to me asking to see my pass. I start looking in my bag for the place that I always keep it. And it's not there. Joe, oh, are you serious? Okay. So that's okay, Kristen. So yeah, I'm looking, thinking, oh, where is it? Then suddenly, and this is after too. I start checking my pants and just racking my brain. Okay, so Kristen, then suddenly, and this is after too. So I guess it's what she means here, and this is after too, is like she's saying, oh, I'm not scared when I see them the first time because I always have my pass. And I'm not scared when I'm looking in my pocket. I just get scared when I realize, oh, it's not, my ticket's not where it's supposed to be. Where is it? That's what she means. This is after too. This is after the first things that would scare me if I was guilty, right? I start checking my pants and just racking my brain. What does this mean, racking my brain? How about Birol?
Racking my brain means persecute or torture my brain. I mean, thinking very hard. Think
Good,
very
yeah.
hard.
Exactly, thinking very hard, or almost like thinking frantically, like you're very nervous and scared, and so quickly, so many things at once. Yeah, it's kind of like looking at every place in your brain, trying to look inside it like it's a house and you're tearing through everything. Exactly, Birol is exactly right. Perfect. So yeah, thinking very, very quickly. Trying to think of where my past could be. Trying to think of where my past is. Where is it possible it is? Then suddenly it dawned on me. Ooh. What does this mean? How about Hassan? What do you think this means? It dawned on me. Oh, Hassan, I can't hear you. Okay, can't hear Hassan. So maybe we'll give Hassan a minute here, and I'll ask Mehmet.
It dawned on me the moment that I understood. It dawned on me. Suddenly, I'm enlightened that, like.
Good, exactly, yeah. Okay, I think we can do a bit of work on this one. Mehmet, do you know what dawn is?
Yeah. The time interval between like just before the sunrise. Before
Good,
the
yeah.
sun rises.
Yeah, like the dawn is actually meaning the sun rising.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, just before the sunrise would be like pre-dawn. You can say pre-dawn. Dawn is literally that moment when the first rays from the sun can hit you. Does anyone know the opposite of dawn?
Sunset.
Sunset. Good. Yeah, there's
Sunset.
sunrise and sunset. Those they usually describe the we tend to use those words a little bit differently. Usually when we say sunset or sunrise, you think about all the colors in the sky, like the actual experience, you know? And dawn is more just about the time. Like you say, I saw a beautiful sunset. I saw a beautiful sunrise. They're not strictly different. You can use sunset and sunrise the way Birol is saying, and that's correct. But usually we use them in different places. Dawn is more, it's more mathematical. It's like, what time is it? It's dawn. That's the time on your watch. And sunrise is more talking about it's more of an artistic word, really. But yeah, there is another word for the opposite of dawn. Mehmet, do you know it?
Opposite of dawn. I can't remember.
Dusk. D-U-S-K.
Oh.
Yeah. Dusk. There's a horror vampire movie called From Dusk Till Dawn.
From dusk till dawn, yeah.
Yeah. And they say like farmers work from dawn
Roberto
till
Rodriguez
dusk.
movie.
Yeah. Yeah. I think they say farmers work from dawn till dusk. Whenever the sun is up, the farmers are up too. Okay. So we know now dawn is the time when the first sunlight comes in the morning, right? And I went through all this trouble because in the movies, sometimes in movies and TV shows, when somebody has an idea or they get an answer, they put a little light bulb above their head, right? Ding! Oh, I got the answer. Yeah. So I think of it like this, you know, oh, the sunlight just came on me, the same as the little light bulb. I got the light, I got the information. So yeah, that might be a nice way to remember this one. Okay. The light comes on you, suddenly you remember. And then Kristen says, it dawned on me that I had left it in the pocket of a pair of pants that I'd worn 2 days before to work. Okay, I don't think that's too difficult, but there's a lot of pieces put together here. She's saying 2 days ago, she had the pass in her pants and she didn't take the pass out. So it's still in those old pants. And Joe says, oh, and they were still at home, I'm sure. This I'm sure is like sarcasm, you know, I'm sure, of course. Everything is, it's like Murphy's Law, you know, which Mehmet was talking about before. Everything that can go bad does go bad. Kristen's talking about how it's a bad day, and he's like, of course, everything's going bad. We can be sure this happened to you because of Murphy's Law. That's why he's saying, I'm sure there. It's like this sarcastic comment. Kristen says, yes, they were still at home. So I started explaining this to the woman. The woman is the ticket checker. And she whips her clipboard out. What does this mean? Whip something out. Whip her clipboard out. What is this whipping out? How about Yildiray?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay. Do you know what?
Took out, take out for things.
Perfect. Yeah, exactly.
Took out. Maybe.
Do you know what a whip is? Yildiray?
I don't know before.
No? Okay. How about Biro? Do you know what a whip is?
I don't know means of whip, but whips out means pull suddenly.
Good. Yeah, exactly.
Pull
A whip.
suddenly.
Yeah, a whip is an old weapon. It's like a long piece of leather, along like a hard rope. You know Indiana Jones. Anyways, you take the leather and you flick it like this, and it snaps and hit people. Like they hit
Yes.
like Jesus with these. Anyways, yeah, these are a whip. It's the first thing to break the sound barrier. The first thing to go faster than sound is this weapon. So they're very fast. So whips out means to remove something, to take something out very quickly. Yeah, that's all that means. And a clipboard is a hard piece of like wood, and I can attach papers on the front. Like scientists use them to write while you're standing up. So this officer has the clipboard, and she pulls it out very quickly because Kristen's story is not something she's gonna listen to. And I'm like, I just got on, and she's like, oh, right here. So Kristen says, I just got on a very short time ago. And she's like, oh, did you just get on at this exact second right now? And Kristen says, because, we just gotten on, we got into 18th Street. And I was like, no. I just got on one stop back at 20th. Okay, so the conversation here, the officer is asking, did you get on at this stop right now? And she says, no, I meant I got on very recently, only on the last stop. That's all they're saying. But I always have my pass on me. I always carry my pass. And that's why I got on the back. I've got money. I can go up and pay right now. And she's like, oh, just hold on a second. And she starts writing. Okay. What does this mean? Just hold on a second. How about Hershit? What do you think?
I think wanting him to wait just a second.
Yeah, exactly. And it's never actually 1 second, but we say it like that. Just wait for a short time. Good. So what was I? Yeah, I don't really know exactly. Kristen keeps talking about sitting on the back of the train. So I think maybe on this train, you're paying for your tickets on the train at the front, and she goes on the back because she doesn't have to pay, and not as many people walk all the way to the back after paying at the front. Maybe there's more seats. That's my guess. I don't know how the trains work in San Francisco, though. So then Joe says, let me guess. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that she still gave you the ticket. Okay. Who shall I ask about go out on a limb? What Hassan? Okay, still can't hear you. No? Okay. Hassan, you can just keep talking. I'll tell you if I hear you at some point. Okay? All right. How about Mehmet?
I'm gonna go out on a limb. Actually, Jory, I didn't know, but I just checked it out on dictionary.
Okay.
So I know.
Does
It
anyone
says-
want to guess first before Mehmet gives the answer?
It means to have risk, I think.
To take a risk. That's a good guess. That's a very good guess. Yeah. And I think Birol understands
from
what a limb
dictionary.
is. Oh, that's from the dictionary too?
Yes, not to guess from dictionary.
Oh, okay. I guess it can mean that, but Mehmet, what do you have? Let's hear Mehmet's first.
No, I was just gonna say the exact words the Birol said.
Take a risk. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I'll give it a shot or something like, yeah.
Good. Yeah. That's
I'll make a guess. I don't know, just something like that.
That's good. That's good. Do you know what a limb is?
Part of body. Mhm.
Yildira, yes. You have limbs. We usually say like your arms and your legs are your limbs. Good. But it can also be a part of a tree, like the branch of the tree. And that's what I imagine here. I'm not staying close to the middle of the tree. I'm going way out on the branch where it's dangerous. Farther out, that part can break, right? That part's more dangerous. So yeah, like I'm gonna take the risk. I'm gonna go out into the dangerous part. Okay. So if we think about like the tree, you're walking out where it's more, you're going out on the limb further away. It's more dangerous. You're taking a risk. Good. We usually say this just when you're speaking, when you're making a guess that is like crazy, you know? Who would make this guess, you know? I'm going to jump to, I guess I'm taking a risk with my guess. Because, what do we say? Maybe I only have a small amount of information. Like Mehmet says, oh, I bought a coffee this morning. And I say, I'm going to go out on a limb and say, you were chased by a dog after. That's crazy. How do I know that? Because you bought a coffee. I'm really making a crazy guess here, right? So that's the meaning. But normally we use it sarcastically, which is what Joe is doing here. Okay? His guess isn't actually crazy. You know, we're hearing this story and Kristen said she's had a bad day. She said that she didn't have her pass, and we can see that this guard isn't going to help her. So Joe's guess isn't crazy. I think most of us are expecting that she will get the ticket. So he's using it sarcastically. He's saying, oh, this is a crazy guess. You got the ticket, right? It's sarcasm. It's not crazy. He's using it backwards like that to make a joke, to be funny. Okay. So Joe says, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that she still gave you the ticket. Good. Okay, that was Yildiray and Mehmet. No, sorry, that was Mehmet and Khurshid.
Yeah.
So, Hassan, you can be... I had less time, I think. Birol had lots of lines. So Hassan, you're Kristen, and Birol, you can be Joe. And we'll start with you, Oh, Hassan can't talk. I'm sorry. Right. Okay. Never mind. Hassan, you could be listening. Yildiray, you can be. Let's see. First of all, no. Birol, you can be Kristen, and Yildiray, you can be Joe. We'll do that. Okay. So Birol, we're going to start with you.
Yes, I still got the citation. So, but I thought citation. I still got the citation. So, but I thought that there still might be hope. So I keep trying to ask her questions, and letting her know I can go and pay. And she's like, just hold on, let me focus on this, and we'll talk in a minute when I get done writing. So then I start panicking, thinking, and great, I am getting it for sure. And I remember back to somebody telling me that they'd gotten a ticket once before on the train for having their pets, and it ended up costing like 250 bucks.
Well, I have got
And you know, with the
one of those tickets before, and I recall it was a pretty scam, but I don't remember it being that much.
Well, this is what I am thinking. It's gonna cost, and with the money that we are trying to save for oil trip, I almost started crying, thinking I can't afford this, So she wishes writing and hands it to me, and it ends up being only 50 bucks.
Oh, they must have cut down the fine then, because I remember I paid more than that.
Okay, good. Let's stop there for now. Good. So Kristen starts. Yes, I still got the citation. Should we ask? How about Birol? What do you think a citation is?
Citation means station. I still get the stations. Maybe hesitations, maybe.
Kristen was hesitating. Okay,
Yes.
that's a good guess. That's not the answer here. Does anyone else? How about Hershit? What do you think it is?
I think the station same is notification.
Notification of what?
Notification. I think telling say something.
Okay, you're close. If you gave me the right answer, then you would be perfect. Mehmet, what do you think?
It's like as I can give it a shot only. There's no fine. Still, there's no fine, but it's something that fine is coming. Ticket is coming, but ticket didn't come yet.
Okay,
in between.
That's good. I mean, yeah, exactly. And good, yeah, because Joe says, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that she still gave you the ticket. Kristen says yes. So to that question, she still gave you the ticket? The answer is yes. So Kristen did get a ticket. She says, I still got the citation. So basically, I would say citation and ticket, have the same meaning. And I don't know, what Mehmet described to me is kind of like a ticket too. I mean, it's a note, a piece of paper that you have to pay money later, right? So I think that's what a ticket is, the same. There's some difference between citation and ticket, but I don't know what it is. Basically, they both mean you have a certain amount of time and you have to take this and pay it to the government, or else the police can come after you or something. So basically, citation and ticket have almost the same meaning. Mehmet, I think you were exactly right. You understood that they had to be very similar, but you were trying to find a difference with them. And you might be close. I don't really know what the difference is, to be honest, if there is one. I think they're basically the same idea, a citation and the ticket. Good. So yeah, citation, big word that means the same as a ticket. And then Kristen continues. So, but I thought that there still might be hope. So I keep trying to ask her questions and letting her know I can go and pay. And she's like, just hold on. Okay. We had hold on a second before. Hold on just means wait. Whenever you hear hold on, wait. Of course, it can actually mean to grip something. I hold on to the pen, but it often just means wait as well. So those are two meanings for this two-part verb. Let me focus on this, and we'll talk in a minute when I'm done writing. So focus, like concentrate here. So then I start panicking. Panicking, like very nervous, going crazy, thinking, oh great, I'm getting it for sure. What does this mean? I am getting it. How about Yildiray? What does Kristen mean here? I am getting it for sure.
Understand? I don't know.
That's such a good guess. I understand. We always say I get it for I understand. Yeah, very good, Yildiray. Here it has another meaning. How about Birol?
I remember suddenly. I remember suddenly.
Okay, your thinking is the same as Yildiray's. There's another way we use this sometimes. It's more like slang. Like a parent could say to their children, okay, put all your toys away right now or you're gonna get it. You will get it. How about Mehmet? What do you think this means?
Here in Turkey, we say five brothers is coming. Beş kardeş. So I think you are talking about it. If you don't do this, then slap is coming, like something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're gonna get it. It just means some trouble, some problem, right? It sounds bad. Yeah. You're gonna get it. I'm gonna get it for sure. It's like Mehmet's one. Yeah, exactly. I don't say what the problem will be for you. It's not I'm gonna hurt you or you're gonna get this punishment. It's just a punishment will come. Exactly. Good. So yeah, here getting it means punishment. And I remember back to somebody telling me that they'd gotten one. a ticket once before on the train, and for not having their pass, and it ended up costing them like $250. So what is a buck here? What does a buck mean? Who did I ask? Yildiray, Biro, then Mehmet. So Hassan can't talk. Khurshid, it's definitely your turn.
I think same is dollar.
Good, yeah, exactly. Buck is dollar. British pounds, they say quid. That's the slang word for British pounds. Buck, B-U-C-K, is also a male deer. And a female deer is called a doe. Oh, and buck is also a verb. When you're riding a horse and the horse jumps up and makes you fall off its back, like that's called, it's bucking. It's trying to kick you off its back. And Joe says, well, I've gotten, and sorry, how far did we read? Yeah, well, I've gotten, and you know, with one of those tickets before, and I mean, I I remember, it cost a pretty penny. What does this mean, a pretty penny? How about Yildiray? What do you think?
Cost a pretty many. A lot of money, maybe.
Good, yeah.
Because,
Yep.
yes, a lot of money, I think.
Good, exactly. Yeah, a penny is a coin in American money, which is 1 cent. So 100 cents is $1. A penny is the smallest coin. And sometimes these expressions are very old when a penny was actually enough money you could buy, like, it was a reasonable amount of money maybe, but it's still very small. So it didn't just cost a penny, it cost the pretty penny, the nice penny. I don't know why, it's a silly expression. They use the smallest amount of money, but it means a lot of money. So if it's a pretty penny, it's expensive. Okay, so Joe says, I remember it was expensive, this ticket, but I don't remember it was that much. So he's saying he remembers he got a ticket, it was very expensive, but $250 seems higher than what he remembers the ticket being. Kristen says, well, this is what I'm thinking it's going to cost. And with the money that we're trying to save for our trip, I almost started crying, thinking, I can't afford this, you know? So she finishes writing and hands it to me, and it ends up being only $50. Good. So Kristen is thinking that the price will be $250, and then the price is only $50. So she's happy about that. She's trying to save money to travel, and $250 would be too expensive for her. Okay, I think that's where we stopped, isn't it? Let me see. Started with Kristen. Did we read this one? Joe? Oh, they must have cut down. I think we did. Okay. We must have cut down the fines then, because I remember I paid more than that. So what does Joe mean here? They must have cut down the fine then. What do you think, Biro? They must have cut down the fine.
They must have decreased the fine.
Good.
Discount the fine. They must have discounted the fine.
Good. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and you're right. It could mean that. Definitely. Maybe Joe is saying that the fine was less just for Kristen. That could be true. Maybe this this officer gave Kristen a good price. It could also mean what I was thinking was the fine is lower. Like in last year, every ticket cost $90, and this year they decided that's too high. Let's make it $50. So yeah, both of these meanings are definitely possible from what Joe said. So either all the fines are smaller now, or Kristen got a lower fine. Both of these could be the answer. Very good, Birol. I didn't even think of it that way, but it definitely could work that way too. Okay, let's see. I just had Birol and Yildiray read, I think. So I think that we can have Hurshit be Kristen and Mehmet be Joe. Let me make sure there's no laughing here. Okay, yeah, that's good. Yeah, you can go ahead. Hurshit, you can start as Kristen.
Yeah, she had circled $50. She's like, I'm assuming this is your first offense. And I was like, yeah, it is. She's like, okay, it'll be $50. $50. Now I did write down here that you do. You claim you have a pass and you just left it in a pair of pants back in your apartment. So what you can do is go here. And she's showing me all these on the ticket. You can go here and contest it. So
Yeah, go down there and contest it. That basically means you're gonna spend, most of a day sitting in the courtroom waiting for the case to get called. And when it finally does get called, you got to try and convince the judge that you actually had a ticket. I mean, it's a total long shot. I
know.
I don't even know, it's a waste of time.
Yeah, I agree. I was talking to somebody here at work about it, and they were like, if you do that, you are gonna be sitting there for a few hours at least.
Yeah.
Good. Let's stop there. Okay, so Kristen starts. Yeah, she had circled $50. So on the ticket, she circles around $50. She says, I'm assuming this is your first offense. So I'm guessing this is the first time that you did this, the first time you got a ticket on the train. And I was like, yeah, it is. And she's like, okay, it'll be $50. Now I did write down here that you claim you have a pass. So what does this mean? You claim you have a pass. How about Hurshit?
You claim she truly she not she he she want to explain that she has got a pass card.
Good, yeah. The officer is being careful. She's not saying, oh, I wrote here that you do have a pass. I wrote here that you say you have a pass. You said this to me. That's your story, right? I don't know. Is it true or not? I don't know. But I wrote that you said that. And
yeah.
Good. And you left it in a pair of pants back at your apartment. Okay. I'll just mention this because I noticed it here. Apartment in English is only one room. It's not the whole building like in Turkish. Kristen doesn't own the whole building. She just owns the one room in the building. Yeah, we call the whole thing an apartment building. An apartment building has many apartments in it. Okay. Or did I say this already? Anyways, so what you can do is go here. So she's probably pointing to an address. And she's showing me all this on the ticket. You can go here and contest it. Good. Okay. And Hurshit, you pronounced this right, as did Mehmet in the next one. You guys contest. Good, because it's a verb. We say contest for the verb and contest for the noun. And you guys both did that right, which is really great. Like I produce cell phones. Produce, and we have lots of produce, are actually fruits and vegetables. So yeah, when it's a verb, we make syllable 2 stronger, and when it's a noun, it's syllable 1. And I thought it was awesome you guys did that correctly for this one, contest. But what does it mean, contest? You can go here and contest the ticket. Yildira is gone. I think Khurshid and Mehmet I was just talking to. So how about Birol, what does this mean, contest the ticket?
Contest means to try to prove that it's not true.
Awesome. Exactly. Yeah. I'm fighting it. I'm saying it's wrong. Exactly. Perfect. Perfect, Birol. Joe goes, yeah. Go down there and contest it. That basically means you're going to spend, most of the day sitting in the courtroom, waiting for the case to get called. And when it finally does get called, you got to try and convince the judge that you actually had a ticket. I mean, it's a total long shot. Okay, here, it's interesting because Joe says you've got to try and convince the judge. Convince, make the judge believe that you actually had a ticket. Now, when he says ticket here, he doesn't mean the ticket Kristen just got from the officer. He means the pass. He's calling the pass a ticket. So we can use ticket for a few different things in English. And in this case, it's a bit confusing because we're using it for 2 very different things in the same story. The ticket is the citation, and it's also the pass. Okay, so you need to make the judge believe that you actually had a pass. I mean, it's a total long shot. What about Hurshit? What do you think this means, a long shot?
I don't know.
Okay, let's say we're playing any sport. Let's pick basketball. Okay, and you have to make a long shot in basketball. What do you think about that? I'm very far away from the basket and I'm trying to throw it. 100 meters. What if we're saying that he's saying fighting the ticket is a long shot? So what do you think could be the connection between that?
I think I can only guess that it's same as a far plan,
Farpla?
two plan.
Sorry, one more time?
I think same is toting. Toting.
I'm not
difficult thing, I think.
difficult. Good. Yeah. Sorry, exactly.
So I think same is I know toe is same as hard, and so I used it. Toe thing, difficult thing.
Oh, tough.
Tough. Sorry.
That's why. Oh yeah, the OUGH makes an F sound
Yeah.
in that word. It's so strange.
Tough.
I got you. Okay, I got you now. Good. Yeah, it's tough. It's difficult. And it's unlikely, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. If I try and throw the basketball from 100 meters, very unlikely I'm going to win. So a long shot, like a very bad chance, very unlikely. Good. I wouldn't, I mean, Kristen, I know. Joe, I didn't even know. It's a waste of time. So I go there, I probably get nothing. I just lose my time. I waste my time. Kristen, yeah, I agree. I was talking to somebody here at work about it, and they were like, you know, if you do that, you're going to be sitting there for a few hours at least. And Joe says, yeah. Okay, let's get this right to the end here. That was Mehmet and Rashid. Yildiray's gone, so let's have Birol, you can be Kristen, and Mehmet, you can be Joe.
I'm Joe.
Yeah. Birol
But,
is Kristen.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so Birol, you can start.
Yes, I agree. I was talking to somebody here at the work about it, and they were like, you know, if you do that, you're gonna be sitting there for a few years at least,
Yeah.
and it's just not worth it.
No, I agree.
Yeah. So I'm trying not to have a chip on my shoulder about it. I don't wanna badmouth them. I know they are just doing their job.
Yeah, it's
You know.
yeah, I mean it's water under the bridge at this point. So, you know, don't
It's
get upset about it.
I bottom line is I'm gonna be having to pay $50. So
Yeah, that sucks. I'm sure that was a great way to start the day, huh?
well, to the top of then I also realized that the pair of the pants that I left my pass in the pocket that I left them in. I washed these pants last night.
Oh, so the pass is probably shredded.
So it's probably shredded. It's probably done. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Good, okay. Here we go. We might run a couple minutes overtime, guys. But let's finish it off. Kristen, and it's just not worth it. So what you lose is more than what you can get, right? You waste so much time, you probably won't win. It's more bad than good, not worth it. Joe, no, I agree. Kristen, yeah, so I'm trying not to have a chip on my shoulder. What does this mean, have a chip on my shoulder? How about Hershit?
Truly, I don't know what it means.
Good. Does anyone else want to give it a try? Mehmet, you don't want to guess?
So guess
I'm trying not to have it.
I'm trying not to have a chip on my shoulder about it. Try not to feel it as a burden. Just giving a shot. No, I don't know.
That's good. That's a really good guess. Yeah. You read the sentence, that makes sense in there. That's good. Exactly. It's close, but it means to be angry, have a chip on my shoulder. But it usually means a little bit more. Like Kristen had a problem with this one officer, this one transit officer, for example. She doesn't want to just start hating all the transit officers, be mad at all of them because of what this one did. Like I have a chip on my shoulder about something. I probably have a very negative opinion about a larger group, usually like that. Yeah. I don't want to hate all the birds just because the one bird pooped on me or something. I have a chip on my shoulder. It's like a permanent anger towards something. I'm not just angry today, I'm angry for a long time. It's stuck. Okay. I don't want to badmouth them. What do you think this means, Biro? Badmouth.
Bad mount. Mount, which is ready to say bad words.
Good. Yeah, exactly. She doesn't want to say mean things about these people. I know they're
Yes.
just doing their job. Good. Yeah. So badmouth, just say mean things about someone, about a person. Joe says, "Pfft. Yeah, it's you know, Joe. Yeah, I mean it's water under the bridge at this point. Who wants to try this one? Water under the bridge. Can I have a volunteer?
I mean, it's water under, yeah. I mean, it's not.
What happened has already happened.
Good. Yeah, exactly, Mehmet. It's finished. It's why worry about it anymore? Exactly. Usually when we say water under the bridge, it's even stronger. It's like I'm not upset about it anymore. It's already gone. Yeah, if your friend says, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I borrowed your something and I broke it." You say, "Oh, it's water under the bridge." You don't have to be sorry. I already forgot. It's okay now. It's gone. Yeah. It's already done. I'm not concerned anymore. And then Kristen, it is. Joe, don't get upset about it. Kristen, yeah, bottom line is I'm going to be having to pay $50. What does this mean, the bottom line? How about Hershit?
No, I am not a guess.
You don't want to guess? Does anyone want to guess?
No guess.
If if we can summarize all these with one sentence, for example.
Exactly. Yeah. Mehmet's right. It's like the final conclusion. Exactly. The final summary. I think about when I'm writing up, okay, this month I paid this much money for my car, this much money for my house, this much money for food. I got this much money from work. I got this much money from another job I did. My friend paid me this money back. So plus, plus, minus, minus. I calculate all my money. The very bottom line is the total. So right now I have $600 more, right? That's the only one that's important, right? When it comes all down to it, that's the total, the final thing. All the other ones are small details. That's the big one right there at the bottom line. Okay. I'm going to have to pay $50. Good. But it's not just about money. My example was money, and this one is money. But no, Mehmet is right. It can be about anything. Bottom line is I'm not going to shop at Decathlon again. Okay. Something, any conclusion, the end of my story. That's fine. Okay, Joe. Yeah, that sucks. I'm sure that was a great way to start the day. So here he's being sarcastic. That was a very bad way to start the day. He's making a joke. Kristen, well, to top it off then, I also realized that the pair of pants that I left my pass in, the pocket that I left them in, I washed those pants last night. Hey, what does this mean? To top it off. Birol.
Top to top of then. It happened something bad. After that, it will the worst. Worst thing after the worst.
Good, good. That's a good explanation. Yeah, and it's I can see that you understand the meaning. The one on the top isn't always the worst though.
Yes.
Yeah, I like to think about ice cream for this one. You know, you get a nice ice cream sundae and they put that nice red cherry on the very top. Except here, it's not nice ice cream and a nice cherry. All the ice cream is bad and the cherry is the one little extra bad thing they put on the top, just to make it a little bit worse.
Yes.
And we say that too, just the cherry on the top. The one, and of course, the real meaning is like a good thing, to top it off, that extra good thing. But it's always sarcastic. We always say it about bad things as a joke. Just the one little extra bad thing, just in case it's not bad enough, one little extra bad thing on the top. Okay, so the extra bad thing is she washed her pants with the past, so the past is probably destroyed. Joe says, oh, so the past is probably shredded. So it's probably shredded. It's probably done. Yeah. Joe, oh yeah. So this pass is destroyed, probably in the washing machine. Okay, so that's it for today. Is there any other questions?
Julie, I don't
Yeah.
understand one sentence.
Okay.
First page. I got on just one stop back at 20th Street. I don't understand.
So they're on a train, right? It's like
Yes,
the
yeah.
metro,
Yes.
train. So at first Kristen says, you know, I just got on. Like she means I've only been on a short time. And the officer says, oh, like you just got on at this stop. You only got on right now. And then Kristen explains, no, I got on only at the last stop. Right? When you're on the metro, you know, there's different stops, right?
Yes.
It goes like College, it stops, and then Bahçeli, and then Ulus or whatever, you know. So she got on at the one place the train stops before the one where they are right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Thank you.
these are the names of the stops: 20th Street and 18th Street. Those are just the names.
Mhm.
Like instead of Ulus or Bahçeli, they're called 18th Street, 20th Street.
Yes. First, he got on the train at 20th Street,
Yeah.
right?
And then she traveled
And
one
then
stop.
they were going to 19th Street, and then they have just gotten the 18th Street. 20.
Okay. The train doesn't stop at 19th Street. So there's only
Yes.
one stop there. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I confuse.
Right. Yeah, no, I
stations.
see. Because the streets go like that, but the train doesn't stop on every street. Here it goes 2 streets for one station.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, no worries. Anything else? Any other questions? Nope. All right. Well, sorry for keeping you guys late, guys. I'll see you all on Wednesday. Have a great night.
Yeah. See you.
Thank you.
Good night. See you.
Thank you. Thank you, friends.
See you on Wednesday.
See you.
See you.